back with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 10. So this is going to be my review for episode 10. So overall, this episode was a very, very good episode. I really loved it. There was a lot of action moments in it, and with the creep factor, and it was just overall, I really, really, really enjoyed it. There's a lot of highlight moments that I really, really enjoyed. It really was cool. So yeah, I want to hear your guys' feedback on it. So we start off with Beta in the opening minutes of him going to this abandoned bus tour, and then going into the ground and going into, I guess, this tunnel, and that it leads up to him getting to Alexander or something. But it was really, really cool, and the creep factor when he jumps in it and then goes through it in the tunnel and stuff. And then it comes back with Rosita been having these nightmares about the Whispers killing Coco or killing her or something like that. And you've seen this through this episode of her really afraid to leave Coco because she's afraid that Coco's going to wind up being alone if her or Father Gabriel gets killed or something. So you see that moment throughout the episode of her kind of afraid to go out when they formed a group to go out to, I guess, attack the Whispers, because they find out the Whispers are coming and stuff. So they form a group to go out, and she stayed behind, and Alexander. So with that, and then we see throughout with Gamma arriving to Alexander, telling them that their people is entrapped with the cave, and Father Gabriel and Rosie just like, I don't trust her, I don't believe her, there's something off about it. And she's like, yeah, it was in the field, they put them in the cave, and just like, they just don't believe her. And Rosita punches her, and they put her in the cell. And then they talked to her in the cell. Rosita and Father Gabriel was talking to her about why should they trust her, is she telling the truth, or she's like these other Whisperers. And they go back and forth, and she eventually tells them that her name's Mary, that she killed her sister, and she just believed they believed their Alpha's way of life, and she just wanted them to believe and all that stuff. And then Judith talks to Gamma, and Gamma tells her name. And like, I like that moment with Judith. Like, you could see how Rick would done it, like talking to her and hear her side of the story and all that stuff. And like, Judith's like, well, if you met my mom and dad, they wouldn't put you in a cell, they would try to talk to you and reason with you and all that stuff. So with that, and then it gets on with them going out to find out that the Whispers set up a trap to get everybody going, so they can come in and to find Gamma and take her back to Alpha. And that's what it was. So Beta comes in, and Alexander, and goes on a killing spree and kills a lot of people. At first, in the house, there was a couple of people he starts killing, and then they turned into walkers and stuff. And that's pretty much what starts the invasion, or you call it invasion or attack one. But yeah, I love when he goes through the ground and he just looks out at fresh grave of that Dante made. And it was just totally cool. He finds Gamma in the cell, and they have that moment of him wants to take her back, so that their way was better than their way. And Gamma pretty much is like, saying they're bullcrap and all that stuff, and Laura comes out and gets Gamma out to go get some help, and Laura tries to attack Beta, but Beta winds up killing her, and Gamma's like hollering for help, and Judith gets her in the house where she's at with her and Audrey's at, and Beta figures out he's just being all creepy and all that. That's something about Beta in this episode. Ryan Hurst plays amazing as Beta. With all the creep factor, he looks just like Michael Myers. Like you see in this episode, it looks like you're into a scary movie. And just all creepy and sneaky. And it's just like you're waiting on one moment, oh, he's going to do this, and one moment, he's going to do that. And that was really when this whole part of the Alexander of this attack. And I really love the whole Alexander stuff, invasion and all that. But Beta goes in the house looking around, and he gets to the door where they're all at, and Judith, being a little ass kicker, badass, whatever you want to call her, and she shoots him down. And I was like, damn, that girl's awesome. So I find out he's got a bulletproof, so he just knocks him down from the gun. It gives Judith and RJ get out of there, and when Gamma tried to leave, Beta grabs her and knocks her down. And then it leads up of Rosita versus Beta, and I'm like, damn, Rosita's little, but she's whooping some asses. And so they go back and forth fighting each other, and Beta's probably about to kill her, and Mary or Gamma, whatever you want to call her, pretty much saves Rosita. Beta takes Gamma back to the Whisper Camp, but Father Gabriel comes and saves her or something. So that part fell for Beta to not get Gamma on that part. But that was all that moment of that. With Father Gabriel, he was very interesting in this episode, with him taking charge, making a group, going out to find the threat, and him saying, cut their fingers off, pull their teeth, do this and that we can get them on the track. And Rosita's like, what the hell is wrong with you, buddy? You're going cray. But other than that, Father Gabriel was really good in this episode. Him taking all this, what he was in season 5 to now, it's very interesting with that. I just have a feeling there's something's going to happen between him or Rosita. I have a feeling one of them's going to die. I don't know, but I have that feeling of it, that they're building up both the characters. One of them might die, and one of them's going to happen. I just have that feeling. And then the other big moment in this episode of Alpha versus Daryl. This made me really, really nervous, really anxious, really mad, because Daryl's one of my favorite characters on the show, and seeing him like this, it makes me like, But yeah, Alpha was getting, I guess, get the herd or whispers or something, but he stays by her and some of the whispers by the creek. Daryl comes out of nowhere, starts killing them and stuff, and starts attacking Alpha, fighting Alpha, and he kills one of the whispers, and I don't know if it was from the whisper of her. They hit him in the head, and he starts bleeding, and then here comes Daryl with a stick and stabs Alpha in the shoulder, and all this time after they hit him, he can't see because he's bleeding so much. And he starts swinging, trying to kill some walkers, trying to kill the whispers, and Alpha comes out of nowhere and stabs Daryl in the leg and then runs off. And somehow they managed at an abandoned gas station of her luring some walkers around to try to take Daryl out or something. But Daryl being awesome, he just takes them out, and somehow in the mess, I don't know if he pulls out the knife or it comes out or something, he starts bleeding. Like, he is really, really bad. And it's just like, at the moment, I thought, oh God, he's gonna die. He is bleeding. But that, and it's just so scary because, and then they're both totally really beat up, really bad injured. They're just laying there. And like Alpha just keeps on saying that their way of life, and talks about Lydia, and Daryl's like, you don't love Lydia, you don't care for her, that's why she has nothing to do with you. And Alpha's got mad, was going to go towards Daryl because of what he said, and she falls, and they're just laying there, and here comes Lydia out of nowhere and goes up to her mom and just talks to her, like, and I was like, oh, that's really, really you, and all that stuff. And somehow Alpha gets a knife and puts it in Lydia's hand and says, kill me, you belong to us. Their way of life ain't great, our way is the better way. And Lydia just flat says, Mama, your way in life and all this ain't gonna work. I ain't coming back to you guys. Pretty much she just picks Daryl over her, and she leaves her to, pretty much to die or whatever, and she saves Daryl and got Daryl out of there and fixed Daryl up and stuff. And when Alpha wakes up, Lydia leaves her message, like, says, your way of life ain't gonna work, man, so bye. And I love that moment of her, Lydia and Daryl and stuff, and because you can see they both care for each other, like father and daughter relationship and stuff. And with Alpha, the Whisper, I think the Whisper finds her, and she keeps saying, this speech, I ain't weak, I am strong, I'm strong, and all that. And you can just see that blood's everywhere from her and Daryl fighting. And it leads up to that of Alpha keeps saying this speech over and over and over. So, yeah. That was the episode. I want to hear your guys' feedback of the episode, what you guys think of it. Did you like it? Did you not? What was your favorite moment of the episode? And yeah, also if you're new to my channel and you're a big Walking Dead fan like I am, and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for you guys to keep up with new video. And I will link my reaction tube for this episode in the description below. And I'll check you guys out in my next video.